Welcome to Let's Talk PCOS. I'm Christine, and if you've ever felt confused, dismissed, or overwhelmed on your PCOS journey, you're in the right place. This is where we connect the dots between hormones, inflammation, and real life support so you can understand your body instead of fighting against it. You don't have to figure this out alone. Let's talk PCOS.
I want to start by sharing something that feels obvious to me now, but for a long time, I never knew I had PCOS. And when I say that, I don't just mean I didn't understand it. I mean, like I had never even heard of it. I didn't know what it was. It wasn't something that anybody explained or talked about. It just wasn't part of my world. I personally didn't get my first period until I was 16. At that time, it was explained away pretty easily. I was athletic, I played sports, I was active. So the assumption was that my body just wasn't cycling yet because of that. And honestly, that explanation made sense. No one seemed concerned, so I wasn't either. When my period finally did start, it was irregular, completely unpredictable. It wouldn't show up, disappear, come back randomly. There was never a pattern. Again, it was framed as normal. Stress, hormones, being young, your body will regulate. So I adapted. And this is something I see so many women do. We adapt so well that we stop questioning what doesn't feel right. What's important to say here is this. For me, at that time, there was no weight changes. In fact, I was underweight by medical standards and was actively trying to gain weight. So PCOS wasn't even considered. It didn't fit the picture people had in their heads. I was athletic, thin, active, so nothing about my body raised red flags. When I did receive my PCOS diagnosis, here's the whole conversation. I was told that I most likely wouldn't be able to have children, and that if and when I wanted to try, I should come back. That was it. No explanation, no options, no disease management, no explanation of what PCOS actually is, no discussion of how it might affect my body beyond fertility, no context, no roadmap, just a future problem to be dealt with later. So I moved on without understanding it. Looking back now, I see signs I didn't know were connected. Cycles that never settled, fatigue that didn't make sense, inflammation that was hard to describe but always there. And at that time, none of it felt dramatic enough to demand answers, but it also never quite felt right. And this is the part I want to slow down on because PCOS doesn't always show up loudly. Sometimes it whispers. And when nobody teaches you what to listen for, you assume it's you or stress or something you should just be able to push through. I hear this all the time now. I always had irregular periods, but I thought that that was just my body. I was told to come back when I wanted to get pregnant. I didn't think it mattered until later. PCOS doesn't look the same for everyone. For some women, it's all about their cycles. For others, it's about their energy. And for others, again, it's metabolism, inflammation, skin, hair, or a mix of things that don't seem related at first. And because it's so variable, Unfortunately, it's often missed, especially when you don't fit the stereotype. I didn't know that delayed periods mattered. I didn't know that inconsistency was information. I didn't know that symptoms could evolve over time instead of staying the same. I thought my body was just being difficult. Looking back now, I understand something I didn't then. My body wasn't failing me, it was communicating. I just didn't have the language yet. And if any part of this sounds familiar, being told to wait, to come back later, to focus only on fertility, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not alone and you're not imagining it. In the next video, I want to talk about what I did learn about PCOS once I started to understand it more fully, especially the part almost nobody explains. Because PCOS isn't a moment in time and it isn't the same from woman to woman. And that understanding changes everything.
Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Real talk, real women, real life. See you next time on Let's Talk PCOS.